Oh my goodness, look at this scratch. Look at this scratch, guys. This is bad.
Jason.
Yeah.
What's up with the mask and...
Well, I mean, I know it's a little on the nose, but I'm Jason.
I know.
Huh?
It's just spooky season?
Yeah, spooky season. You know, I was scaring the kids in the neighborhood, showing them my machete moves, my karate machete moves. And I got a little carried away and did something to my car, to the paint.
This looks like a big scratch.
It's a pretty big scratch. It's a pretty big machete, so.
Do you need help removing it?
I do.
Do you know how to remove it?
I have no idea, and I'm scared. I'm still a newbie, and I'm sure there's tons of people out there that also don't know how to remove this, so can you help us?
I'll help you in one condition. This machete away from the car.
Okay. Yeah.
Keep it away from your car.
Okay.
Now, let's show you how to remove it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
You're a lifesaver. I'm scared. Henry, come back. I've been here a minute. I'm still new at a lot of stuff, but I know the products a lot now, and I know kind of the steps thanks to you guys, thanks to this channel. So I know that there's levels of things that we should try, right? We should try the least aggressive approach first and work our way up to the most aggressive, right?
Yeah. So first things first, whenever you're dealing with a scratch, what I want you to do is grab your fingernail, and if you're to go down on your paint and your fingernail does not get caught, you can remove it.
Okay.
Now, this is not super deep, so it will come out.
Okay, cool. So
whatever you've been doing or whatever happened to your car, you're lucky it didn't go through
it's spooky season, some weird things happen. So I know the first step is probably to try to clay bar, right? Because anytime there's contaminants on the car, you can use clay to remove this. Now, we definitely went ahead first and did some basic steps. Like we washed the car, we rinsed the car, we foamed it, we dried it, and now we're here. And the scratch is still here. So obviously that's the first step, right? Is try to wash the car.
Yeah. Before you do any type of detail on a car, the most thorough step is going to be you need to wash your car. If you don't wash your car, all the contamination, filth, or whatever's sitting on the surface, you start claying, you're gonna start claying that into the clear coat, you start causing more scratches and swirls. Now, Jason, just by hearing that, you have contamination on there.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna start off with step number one, which is going to be claying.
Great.
Now, I grabbed you the light duty clay bar. The reason why I went with the light duty clay bar is because this car is fairly new and it's fairly well maintained. You have a garage, I'm pretty sure you parked it under there.
So we're gonna just clay it real quick. We've done this in a previous episode, so we kind of already know how to do this one. So I'm just gonna clay it real quick and see if this stuff comes out, and then we'll go from there, okay guys? So as you guys can see, we clayed the car. If you want an in-depth tutorial on how to actually clay bar, there's plenty on our channel. Just go look them up. You can check it out. And if you want to see a brand new one, then leave that comment down below. We'll make a new one. We clay barred the paint with light duty clay bar and clay luber. And honestly, it definitely didn't take it out. It almost made it more visible because we got rid of the contamination around it.
So basically what he did was he exfoliated all his paint, and all the contamination that was sitting around this scratch was actually making it blend in. But now we removed all the contamination. The surface is smooth to the touch, is no longer grimy. So step number one,
and
least aggressive.
It's like really accentuated. You can totally see the scratch now.
Step number one, least aggressive, or step number two, I should say. Least aggressive, did not work.
Did not work. So step one is a wash. Step two, we clayed, didn't come out. Step three, now I watched one of your videos, Henry, and I don't know if anyone watched all the way through, but towards the end, you gave a hot tip, which is anytime you get paint transfer, if you guys have bumped into a pole or anything like that, or someone sideswipes you, you can use butter wet wax to get it out. I had no idea. That's the coolest thing I've ever heard, is just you're waxing your car and getting rid of this stuff at the same time. So my guess is that would be the next step.
Yeah, so this is gonna be the next step for anybody that doesn't have access to a polisher, or you wanna take the least aggressive method to approach your car. So you need to think about it like this. Whenever something like this happens to your car, there's always gonna be that one thought. How much is it actually going to cost me to do the full detail, remove the scratch from the surface of the car, and it's going to be hundreds of dollars. You're also going to be losing your car for 1 to 2 days, depending on the detail you deal with. What are they going to talk you into after? Are you going to need a ceramic coating? They're going to tell you you need X, Y, Z. So it's going to be hundreds of dollars. So just by taking the least aggressive possible and doing this at home, in your garage, in your driveway, it's going to make your paint look better. Nonetheless, it's going to make it look back to how it once looked without the scratch.
Exactly. So, and see, we're saving you guys hundreds of dollars already. So smash the like button, because this is likable stuff, saving hundreds of dollars. So I basically put 4 drops of butter wet wax on this applicator pad, microfiber applicator pad. And I'm just gonna blotch out the area to kind of evenly spread it on the scratch. And I'm just gonna work on this panel for now. And then kind of just same thing, side to side, because now we're actually trying to remove something. We're not just blending it in, right?
Side to side or up and down. Okay, so now, what butter wet wax is designed to do, it's actually designed to clean, shine, and protect your paint. Now this product contains 0 types of abrasives on it. This is just going to cleanse your paint, and this is going to be for like scuffs, and I would recommend doing this whenever you have a light scuff on your paint, because this is going to be the least aggressive possible. You don't want to bring out a polisher, and you don't want to bring out a polisher in this occasion if butter wax works. You want to take the least aggressive, get in, get out. But Jason, how are we looking?
I think it came out, Henry. I gotta wipe it off.
All right, I got your towel right here.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, it's extra shiny, but it did not come out. So it's definitely in there pretty good.
So look, if we actually look closely, it came out a bunch here, but not over here.
Yeah.
So that means you have much more deeper scratch over here than over here.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like still here.
Yeah, so luckily, butter wax helped us out over here, but now we're gonna take the next aggressive method possible.
Okay.
And this is going to be polishing.
That is what I assumed would be the next step, but I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I've polished before, but you know, I could use some help on this one.
All right, let me get you your polisher, your compound, and we'll get right into your door panel.
Sounds good.
Okay, Jason, so I have a couple products for you. One, I have a polish. This is going to help us remove scratches and rolls. Now this is going to be a step up from butter wet wax. This is actually going to have abrasives in it. So we need something that's going to remove and break down your clear coat. Now, what a lot of people misunderstand is they think we're removing tons of clear coat, and the answer is no, we're just removing a very small layer.
Yeah.
Now, I'm also going to give you a polisher that anybody can use. Whenever somebody hears polishing, they think about rotary, I might burn the paint.
Yeah.
This one, you cannot burn the paint.
For sure.
So this is going to spin like a random hand, like this, random orbital, compared like a clock or rotary. So this machine, you could do no harm, no foul.
Definitely. Now, I'll tell you, since we're on a spooky episode here, this looks scary. Like, if I were to just grab this as a newbie, complete noob, this is scary. I don't want to touch this to my car. I feel like I'm going to ruin the paint. I feel I'm going to burn some stuff. But obviously, you know, this is definitely one of the most user-friendly machines you can get. This is the Torque 15DA, so it's got a 15 millimeter throw.
It has a 15 millimeter throw with a 5-inch bagging plate. It's going to give you more than enough coverage you need. It also has a 900 watt motor. This is just going to allow you to cut faster and get in and out.
Yeah.
Now it does have a safety feature. If you press on it too hard, it's going to stop.
Cool. So this is perfect for newbies that are a little bit scared of this. You can do this. You can do this yourself. Promise you guys. If I can do this, trust me, you can do this. You can use this tool for many different things. It's just like anything else, right? Like certain tools you can use for different things than it was even meant for.
Yeah.
Like a power drill, you're supposed to drill holes in walls, but you can also use attachments to use your power drill to brush things or do any type of, you could even sand with it, right?
Yeah.
So this, you can both apply polishes, spread waxes, and buff out scratches. So in this, we kind of use it for both, right? First, we use it on a low level to just spread out the product.
Yeah.
And then we use it on a high level to kind of remove some clear coat a little bit, but.
So, or even whenever you're done doing the cutting and compound, and if you're not short on time, you could actually throw a black pad on here and do butter wet wax all over.
So you can even polish with this afterwards. So this thing is definitely worth picking up.
And you could also remove this and put a brush on here that's Velcro to brush out.
You could brush with this too?
Yeah.
That's great. So obviously this is a tool you guys got to pick up because it's so versatile. You could do so many things with it. Cool. And it feels good. It feels good in the hands, you know?
Yeah, it feels sturdy. It also has a non-sweat grip right here. So
yeah.
If you have sweaty hands and you're...
You know I'm a sweaty guy.
All right, so we're gonna get B36.
All right.
We'll be applying 6 dime-sized drops.
Now, why 6? Is that like just a number that you guys
So
kind of have found is the best, or?
I'll explain to you right now.
Okay.
We just put 6. So if you look at this pad, it has enough compound. Now, whenever a pad spins, it's going to always spin like this. It's going to have an even spread of polish on it, so you never want a very warm spot. So if I was just to do 2 dime-sized drops, one right there, one right here, it's going to create so much heat onto the paint. It's not going to allow the product going to break down super fast.
Okay.
So the product, how it works is you need heat in order for it to break down and actually cut. But before you even touch the paint, you need pad conditioner.
Okay, so why would somebody need a conditioner?
Now, pad conditioner is going to moisten the pad. It's going to reduce friction on the paint. So like this, you have more time to cut, just in case if you're not cutting properly.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, one.
So just one pad, and I've seen you guys do this before, where you blotch it out on the surface
before you do anything.
This is newbie lessons.
Cord over shoulder.
Cord over shoulder. Okay, this is to just make me feel like a king and wrap it around myself, or
exactly.
What's the purpose?
No, the whole purpose is you put the cord over your shoulder because you do not want a cord touching the paint of the car whenever you're working.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, so cord over shoulder.
Okay, cord over shoulder.
Now we're gonna come down here.
Come down here.
Blotch it out.
I'll blotch this out, just kind of like this, like on the scratch, right?
Yeah, on the scratch.
Okay.
Okay. Now I turn on the machine. One thing is we're preventing splatter, but you could also just turn on the surface and like this. You don't
it's
have
a little
to deal
safer.
with it.
You're not.
And if you turn it on, the machine doesn't go always on.
Oh, okay.
So
it starts off. So super easy. It's a little safety. You turn it on. You've got a little number here.
Plus and minus.
Plus and minus to go faster and slower. And so I'm just going to hit the plus 1 time.
And just spread it out.
So I'm just spreading this out.
Okay. And so now you spread out the product. Now we could actually work in the product.
Cool.
So you never want to start working in the product because it don't splatter all over you.
People ask, I guess, how long to stay on this. For that section, you're not staying on long at all. You're literally just using this tool to help you spread this out faster than I was to do it by hand, right?
Yeah.
And so now that we have an even spread of the product, now we're gonna bump it up super high to actually cut. And I'm gonna stay on each spot for what, like a second or two?
1 to like 1.5 seconds.
So like a couple Mississippis, and then, you know, as you're gently moving. That's
up and down.
That's the speed you wanna go. Linear motions, up, down, side to side. I'm gonna bump up to speed setting 6, and we're gonna hopefully get rid of this scratch, I guess, right?
Do you think we got it off now?
All right, so a couple things I want to point out. First of all, thank you, Henry, for helping me, because clearly I'm new at this. I'm not doing it properly. Henry was guiding me on this because I think I probably didn't have the pad centered.
No, it's not that. Your pad was like lopsided.
My pad was lopsided. So basically he was helping me center it, which I noticed as I was doing this helped cut immensely, because there were some patches that I was missing because it was lopsided. So as he straightened it out, I mean, this is gone, guys. Like this, if you look at this section of the car that we did, the scratch is gone. We did it. You helped me, Henry. Thanks, man. That's awesome. This guy saved me hundreds of dollars right now.
The scratch is gone.
The scratch is gone, and it looks great. So pretty much that's it. That's how easy it is.
That's how easy it is. Now, if it was more severe scratch, or it was much more deeper into the clear coat, we might go up to something to like V34, V32.
Yeah.
But in this occasion, V36 is the least aggressive method to go. You never want to go super heavy, then super light. Start with something super light, then work your way up to something super
Yeah,
heavy.
so basically that's what we did, right? We tried the lightest, it didn't work. We moved up to the next one, didn't work. Moved up to this, it did work. And if it didn't, we would have kept going more aggressive until we got rid of this. So that's it. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Super easy, guys. So yeah, if you want to pick up this Torque 15 DA, which is I highly recommend, this is a great tool for anybody, newbie or professional, head over to chemicalguys.com or your local detail garage. You can find the store locator at chemicalguys.com to the one closest to you. And yeah, we're gonna finish the rest of this car, basically show you guys the before, the final after, and I'm super psyched about it. This is awesome.
All right, Jason, enough talking, more polishing.
Okay, I got work to do, guys. I'll see you on the other side.